Thanks. The far right like to portray themselves as some sort of anti-establishment force. In truth, I think they are doing the dirty work of the real establishment. For example, those who benefit and profit from the housing crisis in this country, the big corporate landlords, the private developers. How so? By dividing ordinary people, by pointing away from those at the top who are profiting, those who are responsible, and suggesting that extremely vulnerable people are to blame, and by undermining the potential for a united movement. It is striking to see how differently far-right activists are being policed compared to genuine movements of working-class people and ordinary people across the country. Contrast the water charges, over 200 people arrested. Look at the policing of the protests in Rossport against Shell, or look at the policing of the Debenhams workers. In contrast, Gardaí have facilitated far-right activists to allow them to enter a library in Swords. They stood by while asylum seekers were counted on buses in Inch. They allegedly stood by while and had an agreement to facilitate the removing of tents from Sandwich Street. Are you concerned by this level of cooperation?
Finally, in relation to any mass anti-racism movement, I would just say that any such movement should be broad-based. It should, by definition, include anyone who's opposed to racism. If it doesn't do that, well, then it's not really what it says on the tin.